Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, Blueberry-Shills, Desolate Peasants, Vassals, Politicians, Pontificators, Pundits, Political Ponderers. I'm a useful idiot, and today I want to do something a little different. Apparently my conjecture and speculation and invitation to some sort of intellectual exercise went over pretty well. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to speculate about something instead of just dealing with facts and general analysis. And so basically my idea is, are the handlers getting ready to take Obama down? Is the Barack Obama administration targeted for collapse by the real powers behind the White House? And the reason why I say that is because now, with these new scandals, these NSA scandals, getting so much limelight, even though those stories have existed for many, many years, why there's more outrage than ever about these, and the fact that corporate media is taking these stories and giving them legs, speaks of a political agenda, because if there wasn't a political agenda, it wouldn't even be in the corporate media. The same way with witch hunts. And so the fact that we now have two new NSA scandals that showed that Barack Obama is not only hypocritical, considering the policies he stated he would be pursuing, but also the continuity with the Bush administration. And so we have the IRS scandal, which is relatively minor. We have the Benghazi scandal, which is relatively minor. We have the IRS scandal, Benghazi, and the Associated Press scandals, all relatively minor, all have comparable, if not worse, examples through 8 years of the Bush administration, and certainly there's examples of those same sort of issues popping up in most administrations in one way or another. But the fact that they're all lining up, and they're all gaining legs, and they're all painting a picture of an administration out of control in its desire to control, and just rather fascinating to me that it's all piling up. And these NSA ones are particularly interesting because, like I say, this sort of information gathering and surveillance has been known about for quite some time. So the fact that these ones are now all of a sudden being splashed in corporate news really bespeaks an agenda. And the whole fact that they're not really trying to paint the Obama administration as Bush-like, they're actually trying to paint the Obama administration as Nixonian. And I find that kind of critique a little hyperbolic, because the fact is, sometimes I think the only reason Republicans think that Obama is the worst president ever is because now they're paying attention to every detail the same way that liberals and independents paid attention to every detail when Bush was going on. So at that time, the liberals and the independents thought that Bush was the worst president ever because they were paying attention to every detail. And the Republicans were happy to give him a pass on certain things. So now the situation's reversed. The liberals, of course, are willing to give the Barack Obama a pass on certain things, and now Republicans are paying attention to every detail. So, as I said before, I don't want to let Barack Obama off the hook, but I just see so far 12, 13 years of one administration. And the other thing that this is revealing about to me that's interesting is that I realized during the Bush administration that, especially as his popularity dipped in the second term, the powers that the Republicans were willing to give to the president at that time would come back to bite him in the ass when a Democrat got into the White House. And sure enough, we're seeing all the powers that the Republicans were willing to give to the Republican administration now in the hands of a Democrat, and now they've come to live to regret it, even though they supported it all along before. So I find that irony and hypocrisy amusing as always. But let's get back to the main point, which is so Barack Obama. So if these scandals continue to get legs, in spite of the fact that they're relative, and we have more scandals piled on top, and then we start to hear serious calls for more hearings, investigations, and or impeachment. I'm speculating if this happens, then The handlers want to take Barack Obama down. And then you have to ask, well, why would the handlers want to bring Barack Obama down? And my only theory thus far is the fact that they could kind of nip a lot of the anti-government sentiment sweeping the country in the bud. All the nullification, all the challenges to federal laws, concentration of power by basically throwing red meat to the lynch mob and toppling Obama and making people feel like they have control of their government again, even though whoever comes in next is just going to be another puppet and the agenda will continue as it is. But so anyway, there's my speculation. Are the handlers going to basically take Obama down, a la the way Nixon was taken down? There's a lot of speculation that was actually a coup, and there's some truth to that when you look at the details of how Nixon was brought down. But this isn't about Nixon. This is about Obama. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.